Changes are coming.
Students lie down to donate.
Always bet on the Nag.
Spring sports are in full gear. I'm Katelyn Gratton.
And I'm Jake Funk. These stories and more on this edition of OTVX.
Watching OTVX.
You're watching OTVX.
I'm Dallin Hart Jr., and you're watching OTVX.
I'm Jay Asher, author of 13 Reasons Why, and you're watching OTVX.
You the news and the funny, you're rolled into one. Tell us who your colonels is. OTVX #1. We got what you need. What you need. We got what you need. What. OTVX.
Chief Academic Officer Anita Davis announced this week that Robert Deitch will be our new principal starting July 1st. Deitch is a Western Kentucky graduate and is currently an assistant principal at Apollo High School in Owensboro. Deitch will be on campus Tuesday for a reception with the teachers. OTVX will be there for a one-on-one interview with our new principal.
Officer Dennis Summit, our school police liaison, will be hanging up his badge on April 30th. Summit will retire after serving and protecting Oldham County for 16 years.
I think my first year here was in 1999 for a partial year, and then the full year after that, and I've been here ever since as a school resource officer.
Officer Summit has always wanted to become a police officer since he was a child.
Prompted me to be a police officer, I think in the 6th grade I was a safety patrol.
Summit gives us insight into his reasoning for retiring.
Age. As of April the 17th of this month, I was 63 years old. So it's time to go, you know.
Even though Summit is retiring, he told us he will miss his job, especially the students.
You all, the kids. I enjoy being around them. I enjoy being around you. You all have a lot to offer. I mean, you do make mistakes, but that's what I'm here for, is to try to, you know, rectify those and help you walk through them. And, you know, because everybody stumbles and falls. You know, everybody does get stupid every once in a while, and we have to try to fix that.
Summit tells us the oddest thing that's happened at OCHS since he has been working here.
The Secret Service showing up here. We had the Secret Service show up here. We had some young gentlemen that were counterfeiting 5s and 20s.
Summit believes that TJ Grace, the new campus officer come April 30th, is a more than able replacement.
TJ's a good young man. He's a great young man. He's going to be he's an asset, okay?
TJ Grace, OC class of 2004 graduate, will be taking over Summit's position. Grace graduated from Campbellsville University with a business major and criminal justice. He brings his police experience from the streets of Louisville to our hallways. He thinks being back home will be a fun experience.
It was weird for the first couple days because for the most part not much has changed as far as like the layout, and you know there's still a decent amount of teachers here that were here when I was here. But it's, but I still think it's kind of cool just because, you know, I grew up here, so I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of just back where you belong almost.
Officer Grace wants to develop a working, friendly relationship with students to promote a safe environment.
While I'm here, I think the biggest thing is I just want, you know, like with a lot of negativity and stuff that comes with this job, like, I mean, a lot of times people don't want to see the police, and when you see the police, you're usually in trouble unless you call them. And so, like, I mean, I understand that, and like most of the time we're the bad guy, but unfortunately somebody has to be at some point. But in the end, like, we're just trying to help somebody.
Officer Grace describes his job as keeping everyone safe.
My main thing is to just make sure that everyone that is here is safe, and whether that be from somebody coming in the front door, like looking to hurt people, or keeping like school violence in general down, or you know, if a student has issues at home and they need somebody like a familiar face that they can talk to, or you know.
Come April 30th, it will be a smooth transition as Officer Summit retires and Officer Grace takes over as OC's resource officer.
107 colonels rolled up their sleeves this week to donate blood. Every pint of blood collected will save 3 lives in Louisville area.
I just love giving blood and I like helping people.
I'm donating because I've been
hospitalized before. I haven't needed a blood transfusion, but I knew people who did, so it's kind of for them.
I'm donating blood because I've never done it before and I just kind of wanted to try it out.
ASB has once again reached their goal of 100 plus donators. This number keeps our school in the top 4 collection sites for the area.
Yeah, my mom died of ovarian cancer, and if she would have had organ donation and more blood during her surgeries, they might have been able to save her.
I'm giving blood because I think it definitely makes a difference whether or not. I think people get scared about it and they're like, oh, I don't want a needle, but I think it's more important than just like the pain of saving lives.
Make sure before you leave, get a sausage, biscuit, and some bananas. You know your one donation. The patients in the hospital are going to be calling me shortly, and 3 of them will be affected by your one donation.
That's
so
awesome.
It's unbelievable. We need to collect 14,000 units a day for this Red Cross. It covers like 3 states. So
ASB thanks everyone who participated and looks forward to sponsor another drive next fall.
The annual Oldham County Middle School 8th grade trip to D.C. ended with a big bang early Thursday morning. One of the 3 buses caught fire on the interstate at the West Virginia state line. The driver smelled smoke in the engine area and quickly pulled over to the shoulder. All students were evacuated safely, but the bus was totally destroyed. All 3 busloads of students arrived safely back in the county late Thursday evening. No information on damage to student property on the bus or the cause of the fire have been reported. The library was turned into a travel agency as Spanish 2 students highlighted Spanish-speaking countries. Abby Hester serves as our tour guide to the World Language Fair.
The whole course curriculum has been built around knowing and investigating and getting to know a Spanish-speaking city. And so since everything we've done this year is about that subject, we decided to have an opportunity for our students to really showcase what they've learned in Spanish and in English. And so to bring that information to other people.
I think this World Language Fair is very beneficial because you get to have all these students come in and learn about all the different countries around the world, all the geography, the weather, the important places, the good food, just a good environment. I love it.
Well, I think it's important for kids to learn about places other than their own and learn about daily life and learn about how other people live and to just get outside of our world here and to discover the way people live in other places and that we have a lot more in common with them than we do differences.
This is beneficial because we get to learn like different cultures around the world and learn a new language, and I think that this fair will help people like see different cultures and like learn new environments that they've never like learned about before, and it's gonna help like as we get older to know about that stuff.
The 141st Run for the Roses is just a week away. Picking the winning horse is on everyone's mind. And how do you pick the winner? Shelby Durbin gets the answer straight from the horse's mouth.
Since 1875, when Churchill Downs opened its track and officially became the home of the Kentucky Derby, horse racing has never been the same. The art of betting on horses requires a lot of luck and some skill. For many, the horses' names are the way to go.
I choose by either their name if I really like their name, but most importantly I choose by the stable if it's a stable from South Carolina in Aiken. In 2013 we had Dogwood Stables that had Palace Malice, and I always pull for those local horses.
What I do is just look at the name, go by instinct and say, hey, I'm going to choose this horse. That's how I usually pick my horse.
In some cases, wisdom is found from generations of expertise.
I generally go by my grandmother's recommendations. So, and the way that she always picked horses or picks horses is by looking at the colors that they're wearing that day, like the silks is what it says in the program.
Not only does name and color appeal, to some, weather is a key factor on how the horses will run.
If it's a rainy day, if it's a muddy track, I'll pick a gray horse.
Depends on the weather. If they're like mud runners, like they're used to that, like it'll say in the program, and I always look at that and see like, is that going to coordinate with how much money I want to put on for the horse?
Besides just betting on horses, the Kentucky Derby is so much more. Whether you have lived here your whole life or have moved here over recent years.
I'm not from here, and so when I first moved here, I'd always heard about the Kentucky Derby, but when I first moved here, I realized just what a ginormous event it is, and ever since then, I have been a Derby fanatic. I love it.
Where I grew up in South Carolina was big horse country, just like it is here in Kentucky, and we had what's called steeplechase. So everyone there went to all the horse races, just like here for the Derby. So it was kind of cool moving here and having horse races here, just like we did in South Carolina.
For some, the Kentucky Derby is a big deal, and to others, it may mean very little. If you get a chance to experience Derby firsthand, take it in while you can, because it is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Well, this wraps up this edition of your OCHS Derby exclusive. I'm Garrison Simpson, signing off.
I'm preparing my choices for the Derby. Just remember, we will be on school on Oaks Day, Friday, May 1st, to make up for a snow day.
With recent heavy rains and cold fronts, spring sports have struggled to get play in the last few weeks. Stephen Hall brings us all the stats in the Blue Crew news.
It's been a tough spring for the boys' baseball team finding ways onto the field. The boys had only been on the field one time before their first game, but Coach Gerlach says they're ready.
Preparing for baseball season was tough this year with all the snow that we've had to deal with, and seems like now the snow's out, all the rain's coming. We were able to get on the field one time before our first game, so that obviously makes it a little bit difficult when you want to work on defense and have pitchers face live hitters and vice versa. But we feel like we've done a pretty good job getting these guys ready for their games this year, whether it be in our indoor hitting garage or in a parking lot somewhere.
The boys are 11-7 this season and have high hopes for a strong run in the state this year. With only 11 games left, we wish the boys good luck. Boys and girls tennis, another varsity team hopeful for a strong state tournament run. With young talent, Coach Beeford is confident in their chances. Sharon McCumber, a freshman, adds a lot of skill and energy to the team. This past week, she upset the 16th ranked girl in the state. We wish the boys and girls tennis good luck, as the regional tournament is only a couple weeks away. This is Stephen Hall, OTVX.
440 students received academic achievement awards last night. Teachers and counselors presented awards for outstanding classroom achievement and scholarships. Congratulations to all the honorees for their hard work.
We will close this edition with a video honoring all the students and faculty and staff who make OCHS a great school. I'm Jake Funk.
And I'm Katelyn Gratton. Have a great weekend, OC, and enjoy your salute to a typical day at OCHS. Lily, what's the day in the life of an Oldham County student like?
A day in the life of an Oldham County student is typically like
Good morning. I was absent yesterday.
Okay, you're absent for the whole day?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Bien.
Bien.
Mi ciudad es
Correct. All the way back. My godmother, we're a fairy godmother.
And do we have to do this for?
Yes. Oh, hey.
Doing a day in the life of a student. What is that? Doing a day in the life of a student. Interesting. I need an appointment with my guidance counselor.
Okay. Brandon, thanks for coming in. I just need to touch base with you about your schedule.
We go to 7th and seniors leave 5 minutes early, and yeah, that's pretty much what it's like.